Welcome to this video series called 7 Sound Self-Care Tips, How to Restore Harmony in Mind, Body, Emotions, and Spirit. I'm Sharon Karn of Sound Wellness. This introductory video sets the groundwork for you for getting the most out of the 7 Sound Self-Care Tips. Our whole Sound Wellness team is passionate about supporting people to create health, wholeness, balance, and harmony in their lives. Reports over the past 20 years have shown increased growth in chronic illness and mental and emotional health issues. The current global pandemic has spurred huge growth in these numbers since then. Stress has and is taking an enormous toll on our workplaces, our communities, and our families. Stress is triggered in your nervous system, releasing hormones that are meant to keep you safe. But if stress becomes chronic, these same hormones cause all kinds of physical illness. I love to say that sound is food for your nervous system. It stimulates your nervous system to release hormones that create relaxation, calm, peace, and health and well-being. We are all deeply wired to respond to sound and music, physically, mentally, emotional, and spiritually. And I'm passionate about sharing how you can use sound and music as effective tools for self-care. The right choice of music and sound can effortlessly create relaxation. It can help you reduce or eliminate pain. It can help you boost your immune system. It can help dissolve stuck emotional energy, and it can give you peace and so much more. Because we live in such a noisy world, our nervous systems have become dull in discerning what sounds nourish us and what sounds don't nourish us. Sound does affect you deeply, from your atoms to your energetic networks, even if you're ignoring it. So it's time to tune your nervous system to the powerful effects of sound and music, to how to create well-being, and to fill your self-care toolkit with some effective ways to make your days easier. As you go through these videos, there's 3 fundamental elements that will help you test what I'm sharing with you to find out if a suggestion, sound, or tool even works for you. We need that process of testing. It is true that every one of us is wired to respond to sound and music. However, each of us is wired uniquely. What I mean by this is that a sound that relaxes me deeply may make you uncomfortable or even annoyed. Most parents of teenagers are familiar with the request to please turn that down. So here's the first element. The first element is to investigate, ask questions. And especially at the beginning of this series, to investigate the root cause of discomfort. And you might find that might surprise you. The facts tell us a very interesting story. Between 80 and 90% of all doctor's visits are related to conditions caused by stress. Yet only 3% of those visits were there, the patients were there because they felt that stress was a problem. 3%. What this really means is that over 95% of those who are suffering from a stress-related illness are neither aware of the stress that they're under that's causing this, or of the consequences of that stress. The second part of this element is to notice how the solutions offered feel for you. And as you go through the videos, you'll get specific suggestions and recommendations for what to focus on as you're evaluating. So let's go to the second element. It's to implement. So first we ask a lot of questions, and now we try it on. Use the solutions. Choose a time frame, maybe several days or 2 weeks or 3 months, to test this solution. Continue and then take notice. Does this really make a difference in my well-being or even in my life? Your nervous system is as wired to respond to the right sounds with hormones that create health and well-being as it is wired to release stress hormones that over time create illness and disease. There are so many ways to use sound and music to support your health and well-being and fill up that basket of self-care tools. So test it out, implement it. And then when you find out what works for you, this is where we move on to the third element, integrate. Integrate this tool into your daily or weekly or monthly routine. We live such very full lives, lives that move at a pace that humanity has never seen before. It's important for you to know that creating ease is an ongoing process. There's no single solution that will work every time. So we need to be able to flow with that and to have a huge toolkit always handy that we can dig into from moment to moment as things come up. Sound is such a great tool because you are wired for sound so deeply. And even at the quantum level, you are music. Sound also is very, very physical. It goes through you. And as it goes through you, it sets every atom of your being into a state of vibration. When the vibration stops, then your being is allowed some time and space to reset back to normal, natural, healthy patterns. So let's get started with our 7 tips in the next video with tip number 1. Find the source.